Welcome to your Daily Revolution podcast. Today's topic, how to give and make a difference with two things. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. My name is Setema, Gali, the founder and creator of the Prosperity Revolution, a global movement that helps you to get out of scarcity and into prosperity every single day. A movement where people have value, things do not, where money is a result of helping people, where you're rewarded for creating value for others, and where prosperity is not the result of luck, but a predictable steps and formulas, and where happiness is the ultimate goal. This morning, my wife and I went back to breakfast, back to our spot, because yesterday, they were eating breakfast in the restaurant, a place called Stacks. And we got there, and I walk in, and all the chairs are up. And I was like, weird. And so my wife walks in and they tell us, we're so sorry. Someone was eating in here just, this week. And we got a call from upper management that said, basically someone called in on them. Now, of course, I'm like, man, very disappointing. Very disappointing to see people who this is how they earn a living. And people in wicked places are trying to shut down the small businesses. That's another podcast. So cool thing is we went and sat in our truck and I love these people. This is one of our favorite spots. We go there often. They know our boys, they know us by name, and we know them by name. And so she brings our food, and while I'm sitting in my truck, I grab my wallet and I look at my wallet, and I'm like, oh, sweet, there's $100 bill in here. Wasn't sure, right? Just there's fives and ones, and sometimes there's no cash. And I had the thought, right? This thought came to my mind that said, just give her the $100 bill. Now, I've seen other people doing the $100 tip challenge, and I thought, man, shoot, this is it. And I listen, right? I strive to, if I hear the voice within, I listen. So she brings our food. I'm like, this is for you guys. We love you guys. And man, tears welled up. And she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. We have missed you guys so much. And of course, my wife gets emotional. I get emotional. And she goes back, and then we eat our breakfast. And we talked about it while we're eating in the truck here. We're like, man, what a difference that makes. And I was just so nah, I'm giving these guys a tip. But this is not about Setema giving a tip. There's a principle here. This is about two things. Number one, listening to the voice. I can't tell you how many times I have felt to give big tips. And it's crazy. I posted this on Facebook and someone said, oh man, there's going to be people, why do you have to brag about it? I'm like, see, this isn't about bragging. This is about being a messenger. This is about sending a message. This is about giving. If I posted every time that we left big old tips, it'd be posting all the time, because that's who we are. That's who I am. That's who my wife is. When people give us great service, we tip big. And I love it. And today was just special. So how do you make a difference? Well, number one, if you have an abundance of something, and I get it, not everyone's, look, if you don't have, you're not going to do that. But you can still give in other ways. You can still give in service and in smiles. You can still give in thoughtful notes and messages. You can still give in so many ways. And this is why being a messenger and sending messages, right, multiple ways to do that can make a difference. So that's right. Listen to the voice and give where you can. What is the voice telling you to do these days? What are you feeling inspired to do? One of the greatest times that I hear or feel that voice within is early morning. I get up early and my mind just is going, and and I usually say, this is how I say it. I usually say, God, hear me, please. What would you have me do today? Guide me, please, O Lord, God of gods, the Lord, guide me. And that's my prayer. And I'm just like, Father, what would you have me do? And I can feel and see and hear things in the morning. Now, it's amazing if you live your life in alignment with that which is good. But see, notice I'm not even talking about religion. I'm just talking about principles and truths and being in alignment. If you live your life in a manner that you've got space, that you're not cluttered with just constant information and electronics and stuff. And you create space in your day to just think and to meditate and to get good rest. You can hear and you can see and you can feel. That's the first thing, right? What's the voice telling you to do? Voice told me today, give the hundo. And then my wife said, man, our other spot. And she said, this restaurant. I'm like, yeah, dude, we got to go there and drop a hundo this week for them as well, because they always give us good service. One of our favorite sushi spots. The second thing that you can do really to make a big difference for people today is simply this, right? Develop and train yourself. Okay? Develop and train yourself. Like, develop. What does that mean? So you read a book, you listen to a podcast, you hear something. And if you don't take any action on that, like developing your senses, developing your skills, developing your talents and your gifts, developing yourself so that you can be more useful in society, you can create greater value in society. And it's amazing if you're creating more value in society and you're creating value within your family, and you're making money and you're smart with that money. You know how to save and live on less than you earn, which means if you want to spend a lot, you better make a lot. If you want to have a great lifestyle, you better go earn a ton. I have no problem with people living in big homes and driving fancy cars and flying private jets. I have no problem with people having second and third homes. They should, because if they have developed themselves, but if you develop your skills and you develop your mind and you develop your senses and your vision, your ability to communicate and execute on things, if you develop your what we call human life value, you become very valuable in society, and you can make a lot more difference wherever you are. Now, whether you make a difference on one level or another level, there's no judgment there. It's just some people make a difference here, some people make a difference there. And so it comes down to, how do you want to leave a difference on this world? How do you want to impact people in the world? What type of contributions do you want to be known for? So whether it's a $100 tip challenge, whether it's opening the door for people, picking up trash, putting carts away. By the way, man, look, if you're the person who does not put your cart away, come on, man. It's 2021. Quit being lazy. Just put your card away. It takes like 5-10 seconds. Be considerate. That's what a good human being does. They're considerate. But back to the podcast here, right? Develop yourself so that you can contribute and create value and make a difference. I'm so grateful we were able to drop that hundo today and make a difference for these people. To say like we love you guys. Like we really, and we do. They're great to see the emotion. So here's my invitation for you. Whether it's a $100 tip challenge or a $50 tip challenge, or, like people in our area, they'll bring us cookies and gifts. Stop bringing us those cookies, guys. Come on. You know who you are. They'll bring cinnamon rolls. Best cinnamon rolls in the world are right here in our area that we live. And man, she makes the best. Like, people are so thoughtful. Just last week, we had someone brought 3 rotisserie chickens that there was in their Traeger. And I ate chicken for like 2 days straight. It was so good. Like just chicken and some Traeger barbecue sauce. You don't have to just give it with money. You can give it with your time. You can give it with your energy. You can give it with messages, a phone call, a text message. Reach out to mom and dad. Reach out to brothers and sisters. Reach out to people that if you ever feel that voice telling you, hey, reach out. Do that. Go do that for summer. Go make a difference for people. Hope you've enjoyed the podcast. I appreciate you listening, and have an amazing day.
This is your daily revolution. Live in prosperity, we show you how to do it. There's no luck about it, we got the strategic blueprint. This is your daily revolution. You already know. And if you don't, then check my resume. Turning pressure into possibilities every day. We all can win and live our unique purpose. We change our mindsets and put the work in. This is your daily revolution. Daily revolution. Revolution. Your daily revolution podcast.